Welcome back, everybody. Today's question of the day is more directed towards the men out there. Gentlemen, how often are you training glutes? Do not lie. Squats don't fucking count. How often are you doing it? How often? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Plants and PRs podcast, the podcast to help you move better, feel better, and in the long run, look a hell of a lot better. My name is Tyler Egan. I am a certified personal trainer, and today we're going to be talking about that motherfucking peach, that booty, that caboose, your rear end, the tushy. We're going to be talking about that magnificent piece of art that we call our ass. Because that's exactly what it is. You know, whatever you believe in. Because, you know, I'm not like a super religious person. Whatever you believe in, if you believe in a greater power, whatever created us, created that peach. And not only do we all enjoy to look at a nice, finely developed peach, but it is the most powerful, most important muscle in your body. And so many of us forget about it. Men and women alike, but, you know, look, I'm going to call all the men out. Squats don't count in this case. Deadlifts don't count. You training your peach? Because you better be. It's what this great country was founded on. Training that ass. Training that ass. So let's salute that. Let's fucking do this, fam. Let's fucking do this. Let's talk about that peach, those glutes, especially to the gentlemen out there. I was on my walk last night. Now, it's Friday, October 16th. I'm doing the podcast earlier today. Taking an off day from the gym, doing some yoga. So I figured, I have energy this morning. I'm going to get right into the podcast, get it out of the way. And I'm on my walk last night, and I'm like, wait a minute. Hold the fucking telly. Hold the celly. Hold that motherfucking phone. We could literally, and like I actually partially mean this very seriously, if that makes sense. We could change the world, both men and women alike, but again, I'm directing this more towards the men today, if we just trained our damn glutes more. And here's why. A couple of things come to mind. First things first, gentlemen. Your sexual performance will increase tenfold. Why? Why will this happen? Because the second you learn how to actually to activate your glutes, to use them, to extend the hips as they are designed to do, you're going to have better pelvic control. And trust me, the ladies and, even the dudes, I don't care which way you swing. They're going to like it. Man, if you have control over that pelvis, it's game over. It is game over. Everybody wins. But it starts by being able to, by training your glutes and being able to activate them. being able to control them, having that mind-muscle connection to really get that thrust, that hip extension. We can take it real dirty, real quick. I'm not going to go there. But if we trained our glutes frequently, hey, who knows? Because of that better pelvic control, maybe the men out there wouldn't be so pathetic in the sack. Am I right? I know I'm right. You guys don't have to answer. It's not like you can anyway. The next reason when I was on my walk that I realized that training glutes frequently can save the world is because it'll produce better athletes. Again, the glutes are the most powerful, the biggest muscle in our body. We generate so much power from there. We transfer a lot of energy from our lower extremities up to our upper extremities from there. We need not only strong glutes, not only active glutes, but stable glutes. Guess what? There are 3 muscles in your glutes. You got the glute maximus, which is the big one, that big pooch that's predominantly driving hip extension, or getting that full hip thrust. We have the glute medius, which is the lateral hip muscle, which works with the glute minimus. I may have just said that wrong. To externally rotate or abduct the hip, abduction, or if you're just standing up tall right now, to abduct the hip, you just stand on one leg and raise your leg out to the side. That's abduction. Adduction, adduction is bringing it closer to the midline of your body. So the glute medius and glute minimus work together to abduct the hip, abduct the hip. So, where was I going with that? Oh, because they abduct the hip, because they work on that external rotation at the hip, it creates a lot of stability in your hips. So we will gain not only strength, pelvic control, but stability at our hips. This can increase to a tremendous amount of athletic performance. I'm just on my walk last night, and I'm like, holy shit. Maybe if I actually did some hip thrusts, some external rotating work as an athlete when I was younger, man, I probably would have been such a better volleyball player. Whew, man, my vertical would have been I would have. So I actually posted a video on my Instagram story last weekend. I was at work, I was doing stuff in the warehouse, and I had a massive pallet just sitting there. It was 45 inches high, so I decided to see what I could do. Needless to say, I jumped up on it. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty cool. Anyway, if we train our glutes frequently, we can become better athletes because we can work on explosive power. We can create a lot more stability at our hips. So, for example, as a football player, if you're a running back and you're trying to cut up and down the field, if you have strong glutes and you can externally rotate, you can cut back and forth very easily. Strong glutes help with a vertical because you need to get into triple extension to be able to jump up. What do I mean by triple extension? Triple extension is when you plant your feet and you go to jump, you extend at your ankles, so your toes would be pointing more towards the floor. At your knees, I think it kind of goes without saying what that would look like. And then at your hips, with your glutes fully thrusted forward. If we can get into a good triple extension position by hitting all those points, your vertical is going to increase. And a lot of that power generates, of course, from the floor, from your knees, yes, but a lot of it comes from your hips. So if we have strong hips, we can load them properly. If we have stable hips, we'll have better athletes, and you'll have a lot less people out there who are jealous of this person for being so good and that person for being so good. And this is a kick I've been on lately. Because we have muscles for every action in our body, I truly believe if any human tries hard enough and they are willing to put in the work, they can get good at anything. I kind of took a break from it. I'm reading a book called Anatomy Trains, and they were going over the muscles that work your eyes. So if you reach on the back of your head and you find where the base of your skull is, and you reach slightly underneath of it, and then you look straight forward and move your eyes around, you should be able to feel muscles moving around. You should be able to feel the muscles that control your eyes kicking on. And it just kind of goes to show, if you train any one of these things, you can get better at it. If I had trained glutes better, or not better, if I trained glutes more when I was younger, if I trained legs more when I was younger, if I trained anything more when I was younger, I could have been a better athlete in high school and even the 1 year I was away at college. I mean, I was a decent athlete, but I could have been better. Anybody can be, because it comes down to muscles being trained properly. And if we do that, we can achieve whatever we set our mind to. It just might be harder for some rather than others. Like, LeBron James is clearly a freakish athlete. I don't know if I'll ever get to that level. But the point is, I can try like fucking hell. The other thing that training glutes frequently, gentlemen, and of course ladies, because this does still apply to you, is it will help with your motherfucking posture. It'll help reduce pain in all of your joints. Why? How does this work? What's so special about the glutes? Again, we create a lot of stability at our glutes. Our glutes are like our legs completely, but our glutes more specifically are our foundation. When you're sitting down, your glutes are turned off, so you have nothing to stabilize you. When you're standing up like I am right now, I have my feet, I have my knees, I have my hips, all these muscles underneath of me which are stabilizing me right now. When you sit down, they all get turned off. Then we have our midsection to rely on, and that inevitably is going to collapse forward, which leads to shoulder rounding, back pain, and I'm sure most of you know how that goes from there. So just by training glutes frequently and sitting a lot less, we can decrease pain across the board. I guarantee you, if you have low back pain, you have weak glutes. I guarantee you everybody has weak glutes. I personally believe we should be training glutes every day. And I don't mean you should be doing fucking 500-pound hip thrusts and shit like that. What I mean is you should probably do some kind of glute bridge every day. It could be an isometric hold. It can be single leg glute bridges. It really depends on the person. But I think we should all be doing it every single day. We sit down every single day. We turn those glute muscles off every single day. Unknowingly, of course, but we do it. We have to counterbalance that. If you are sitting down for more than like an hour a day, you should probably be doing glute bridges. Every single day. Every single day. It will help with reducing back pain, especially back pain, but joint pain across the board. Our glutes are so fucking important. And most people, when they go to the gym, they think they're training their glutes when they do squats and deadlifts. Yes, you are, because you have to get into hip extension. But you need something that focuses more on that specific hip extension. Hip thrusts are fucking amazing. Any kind of glute bridge. You could do weighted variations. If you're doing home workouts, just throw a dumbbell on your damn lap. That'll strengthen those puppies up, trust me. Single leg variations. Bulgarian split squats are another really good one that really work on that hip stability. Any kind of single leg variation works on hip stability, which trains your glute medius in that capacity. Sure, we need to work on the external rotating factor of it. That's why doing, you'll see, if you ever go to a physical therapist for this kind of thing, they'll have you do like clamshells and shit like that, where you're laying on your side and you're almost like using your legs as windshield wipers. You see a lot of, no offense, ladies, but ladies doing this at the gym because they're trying to work on that peach. Look, there's a reason why fit chicks don't run into the same issues that just about everybody else does, because they're actually training their glutes very frequently, and while they should probably try to balance it out somewhere, they're strengthening the most powerful muscle in their body. They're doing it more for aesthetic purposes, but all the same, because it helps. It helps. Everybody should be doing it every day. Glute bridges every day. Something with an external rotation. I love doing side planks. Well, it's usually a modified side plank with an external rotation at your hips. That's a really good one to work on the external rotators. So every day we need to do this. And I'm telling you right now, it'll help with increasing strength in a lot of movements as well. Like I said, squats and deadlifts, yes, they're going to train glutes to some extent, but not to the same extent that a hip thrust or a glute bridge will. And that's the most powerful muscle in our body. It deserves to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for here? Directly trained. Or, I'm drawing a blank on this word. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Directly train. We need to be training glutes more to the capacity that they need. So hip extension. Again, we're going to hit hip extension from squats and deadlifts, but it's not the same. And honestly, I think that may be it. But think about it. For the gentlemen out there, we could literally change the entire dynamic of society by just training glutes more. And here are the reasons why, again, because I really want to drive this point home. You'll get better in the sack, so all the ladies will be a bit more satisfied. Because let's be honest, there's plenty of older women out there that are grumpy, probably because, and I'm going to be very vulgar here, they didn't get that good dick. You got to step up, boys. And there might be some older gay men now who went through the same thing. So we got to step the fuck up as men. We do. So start training your glutes so you can perform better in the sack. And before someone tells me I'm being this is toxic masculinity, look, go ahead and call it that. But this is all for you, ladies. This is all for you. This is going to help you out. Trust me. We'll become better athletes. Not just when we're younger, but we can now. I don't really play any sports anymore, but at some point I'll probably start playing volleyball again. And when I do, I'm going to be way fucking better because I train glutes regularly. I'm working on range of motion in my shoulder so I don't jack those up again. But more specifically, because I'm training glutes, I'm going to get my vertical up. Ain't going to stop me. We're going to improve that posture, reduce a lot of joint pain so people won't be as miserable all day. We won't have to be filling our face with fucking prescription medicine that doesn't do a goddamn thing but mask the real issue, which is that your glutes are weak. Your glutes are weak, your glutes are weak, your glutes are weak. I don't give a fuck. They're weak. Stop taking medicine and just do some damn exercises. All right, I got all that out. Well, guys, that's going to be the episode today. So, huge takeaway here. If you train glutes, we can change the world. Oh, I like that. If you train glutes, we can all train. There's something better there. I'm going to figure it out. So if you guys took anything from today's episode, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a rate and review on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe to the show. And please share it with anybody that you think could take something from this. I would appreciate any and all of that. Have a dope motherfucking day, fam. Peace.